Racing takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Jackson now.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And just like that, it's third down. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Well, these 2 teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here's Chase now on the jet sweep.
It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
Touchdown! Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Bengals 14, Ravens nothing.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 24. On play action, they'll throw. Looking downfield for Godwin.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Anthony Averett picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
14, Ravens 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside. Quarterback tucks it and keeps it. Quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They go play action with Burrow.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon.
His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the keeper.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
From the gun, Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Now Jackson on first down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Jackson will throw again.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now they go play action now. Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Room to run past midfield, and finally brought down at the 43.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Looking downfield for Godwin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Chris Jones now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it.
Well, what happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Flush to his right. On the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Throwing is Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. And that almost makes it a brand new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He finds Latavius Murray. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. From midfield now, Burrow. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. His throw incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
To the air again, Burrow. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
41's coming. 41. 11. Hey, 41's Mike. 41's Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 41's the Mike.
Now it's Burrow.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Sam Hubbard in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right.
Connecting with Andrews.
And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Throwing. Jackson.
Flushed out right.
Dobbins with it.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down.
And that's complete to Brown. And they will get the conversion on fourth down to stay alive, but time not an ally. Jackson. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs. Now Jackson.
Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. A big offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati,